The Bunyip, a terrifying shapeshifter that lurks in Australia's murky waters. In this series we uncover the origins of myths and monsters, and today we explore the lore of one of Australia's most enduring cryptids, the Bunyip. The term Bunyip comes from the Wemba Wergaya language, meaning either devil or spirit, and across southeastern Australia, various Aboriginal nations have woven the Bunyip into their dreaming stories, each with their own take on its appearance and behavior. In Gippsland Lakes near the southeastern city of Melbourne, the Bunyip is said to be a dog-faced flippered beast with tusks. Further north in the Murray-Darling Basin, the Bunyip is portrayed as a feathered serpent with a horse-like tail, known as the Muliawonk. In Arnhem Land, it takes the form of a giant crocodile that guards sacred pools, while in Western Australia, it's a shaggy-furred bellowing creature that haunts the billabongs. To the Aboriginal Australians who've shared these stories for tens of thousands of years, the Bunyips are more than just monsters. They're embodiments of taboos, explaining drownings, punishing trespassers near sacred sites, or keeping the world in balance. Some clans even link them to creator ancestors like the rainbow serpent. But when Europeans arrived, the Bunyip became a tool for colonization. During the 1800s, newspapers like the Geelong Advertiser stoked a Bunyip's panic to discredit Aboriginal knowledge and portray Indigenous people as superstitious. One famous 1845 sketch, based on second-hand accounts, depicted the Bunyip as a hippoduck hybrid. This era saw the rise of pseudoscientific theories claiming to expose the Bunyip's origins. Paleontologist William S. MacLeod claimed in 1890 that Bunyip legends stemmed from Aboriginal encounters with Diprotodon bones, the giant wombat-like marsupial that went extinct around 40,000 years ago. Explorer Hamilton Hume argued that lost seals, such as the Australian sea lion, migrated up rivers to lay eggs, inspiring some riverine Bunyip sightings. His theory was so influential that the 19th century explorer Ernest Giles named a desert lake after it. Settlers even staged hunts to disprove the Bunyip's existence, with naturalist George Bennett declaring it a superstition in 1834 after an alleged sighting near Lake George, but no evidence of any kind was ever recovered. A supposed Bunyip skull found in 1847 near the Murrumbidgee River was later identified as the skull of a water buffalo. Another supposed Bunyip egg discovered in 1851 near Ballarat turned out to be an emu egg carved by settlers. These colonial accounts attempted to erase Aboriginal narratives and replace them with a palatable story for European audiences. But the truth is far more complex and fascinating. Today, scholars like Patrick Nunn suggest that the Bunyip may preserve oral histories of Pleistocene megafauna like the tapir-like marsupial palichests or the terrestrial crocodile quincana, which both went extinct around 12,000 years ago. Other Bunyip sightings may have been misidentified fur seals, which occasionally wander inland during floods. Their dark coloring and thick fur could have been mistaken for a black panther-like creature, while their distressed calls may have sounded like the wailing or mourning described in some accounts. The historian Robert Holden suggests that the Bunyip became a metaphor for colonial guilt, haunting the settlers who stole sacred land. Meanwhile, Aboriginal Australians continue to tell Bunyip stories as a way of preserving cultural knowledge and maintaining connections to country. Over time, the Bunyip has also found new life in children's literature, most notably in the 1973 picture book The Bunyip of Berkeley's Creek, which humanizes the creature and strips it of its sacred context. Today, the Bunyip is a popular national symbol, appearing on stamps, coins, and in the carvings of Parliament House. But perhaps most significantly, the Bunyip has been reclaimed by Aboriginal artists like Lynn Onus, who depicts the Bunyip as a spiritual guardian against environmental destruction. Some believe that ancient rock art provides clues to the Bunyip's origins, with paintings in the Fitzroy River in Kimberley and the Grampians in Victoria, showing serpentine beings that match the Muliawonk descriptions. These sites suggest that the Bunyip's cultural memory stretches back tens of thousands of years, predating any colonial influence. Why does the Bunyip endure? Perhaps it's because of its deliberate ambiguity. To scientists, it's a fascinating case study in cryptozoology, folklore, and the human tendency to see patterns in nature. To Aboriginal Australians, it remains a living spiritual entity tied to country. And to pop culture, it's an iconic monster, featuring in everything from children's books to films like Dot and the Kangaroo to a Bunyip theme park ride in the 1960s. As Bruce Pascoe, a writer from the Yuin Bunyurong Nation, says, the Bunyip wasn't invented to scare children, it was a reminder. Some waters hold secrets older than memory. For further reading, Check out the references in the description below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please lend your support. It really helps us keep our content free and accessible for everyone. Until next time, keep an eye out for bunyips near bodies of water, especially if you hear strange sounds or see ripples in the darkness.